Good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the second episode of Tales of a Live Streaming Nobody. I am, of course, DJSTiKBoy, and it is Sunday, the 20th of September. And, uh, you know, it's been a really good weekend, to say the least. Um, you know, Last week I was dealing with all this fire and all this smoke in Oregon, and finally it rained. And to be honest, it's probably the first time in years that people that reside in the Northwest, the Pacific Northwest, have been absolutely ecstatic about getting rain. I think the fires are still burning, but they've moved away from where I'm at. So I mean, it's still a big deal, and the smoke is gone, and we actually have blue skies. It feels great. It's incredible. Um, I spent my weekend this weekend drinking a lot of beer and playing a lot of video games. And I'll tell you one thing: I had the great idea of trying to have a bunch of drinks and then run a bunch of video games during the gamer hours, and the gamer hours are the hours between about midnight to about 5 a.m. And um, it turned out to not be the best idea. I am really feeling it today. I am exhausted. I am, my bones hurt, and I didn't have a lot of good games last night. And plus, like, I don't know what it is about gaming in the early hours of the morning, but there are absolute gods that come out of the woodwork at 2 a.m. The player, like, I was playing Call of Duty, the Warzone, and I swear to God, it's like all the good gamers are asleep until about 2 a.m. and then they just come out and they fuck it and they just start running through people. It's crazy. I was like, what the heck? There's so many good players on right now. And cheaters. The cheaters one kind of confused me too, because I didn't know. I don't know if the cheaters live on the East Coast or something, but if they do, I'm pretty surprised that people who cheat at video games have good sleep schedules. And they get up early and they're like, all right, gotta go win some video games. Gotta go test out my cheats this morning with my cup of coffee. Start the day off productive, I guess. I don't know. Um, yeah, this weekend was great for the stream and everything. It has been awesome. Lots of support this weekend actually. I was playing Among Us on Friday and on Thursday and Friday of this last week. And I tell you what, Among Us, it might be, it's not a revolutionary game. That's not what it's meant to be. You know, it's a game that is, it is incredible because of how simple the concept behind it is. And I was finally able to get into some like Discord groups so that you could play the game like normal instead of playing with like a chat. So that was incredible. I'm really glad that games like Among Us are becoming really popular because it's just good playing something that's a little bit more relaxed than intense shooter games. And as much as I enjoy, the highlights of intense shooter games and things like that, and winning games at least, like saw and having or playing really well, like just playing a simple game and just sitting, it almost like brings you back. Like it brings me back to like being in my basement and being like 10 years old and just like you've had a long day for a 10-year-old. You went to school, you did your like math, did your math homework. You had to write a summary of a children's book that you just read for your elementary school, and you're wiped, and now you just sit down on your couch in the basement, and your parents say, "Yeah, you have 45 minutes that we're gonna allow you to play video games," and you're like, "All right, I'm using that 45 minutes, and I'm gonna sit down and just play a game mindlessly and not have to worry about a thing," you know. And games like Among Us and Fall Guys and like just simple games like that just kind of bring me back. Like that stuff is awesome. I thoroughly enjoy that. I'm still nursing this tendonitis in my elbow injury. It's great, getting injuries from video games and work. Typing on keyboards and I get typing on a flat surface instead of like a raised keyboard like this one for work, I guess can contribute and give you tendonitis. Weird. Didn't know. I've been dealing with it for a couple weeks now. It's a huge pain in my ass. Well, really my arm. Especially in the last 2 weeks there was like if there wasn't something going on, I would have really significantly reduced how much video games I've been playing to nurse my freaking elbow. Because like I feel like my grip strength is weak in my right hand right now because of it. Like I have to I've got to ice it. I've got to put biofreeze on it. It's become a whole thing. It's just been not fun. I have not enjoyed it. Speaking of which, I should probably have some Advil. But if there wasn't the last 2 weeks was that open tryout for FaZe Clan. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try out. I'm going to see if I can get some clips done and see if I can actually, I don't know, maybe be considered to at least get some consideration towards joining the team. In the internet business, you got to take advantage or at least attempt to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. For example, when somebody says they'll give you $10 on stream if you drink water out of a shoe, you do that. You know? And for those of you that are wondering why that specific answer, that specific of a thing, is because I did that recently. Like within 2 weeks ago, I did that. So it's like, all right, you can join FaZe Clan. It'd be a lot of publicity if it works out. I don't know what the time frame is on finding out if you're able to join or not. It would be cool though. It would be a great experience. It was already, even if I don't make it anywhere, it was already a learning experience. But I couldn't not game the last 2 weeks because I had to try and get cool clips and stuff. I had to try and make better content basically with my FPS games. That being said, I'm really looking forward to just a game that I can lose myself into. I mean, hold on, before I move on to that, I didn't realize the magnitude of some of the communities. Like how, to me, 100,000 subscribers or 100,000 followers seems so far in the distance. Where based on where I'm at currently, with my content and with my socials and stuff. But there were people that were trying out for FaZe that I've first off never heard of, and they've got 200K subscribers on YouTube. They have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and Twitch, and they've got 1 million followers on TikTok. It's like, oh my god, there are these people. They're this massive. They're this giant community, and these content creation teams still can't even find them because the internet is so immense. Because and I was immediately discouraged when I saw that. When I saw a bunch of people with a large following trying out for the team, because it's like, oh shit, they actually have marketable value, not just in oh, you're a winner of a competition or something like that to join FaZe Clan, but additionally, your FaZe Clan gets additional exposure to your community. So if you have 100K followers, or 100K subs on YouTube, and you put in a video and you do a good job, it's like it's going to be hard for an organization like Face to say no to somebody like that, and instead look at me with my 13 subscribers on YouTube and like my 400 followers on Twitch. Now, I'm not shitting on them. I'm not shitting on my community at all. It's not their fault, you know. It's not, and I'm not really self-deprecating you know, I'm not like hating on myself for not having a larger community. And I was just part of the process, you know. It's a part of growth, you know. And to only be a year in, like it's a lot to expect to have that level of a subscriber base. So it's like, you know, so if there's like 10 to 15 people that applied to join into Phase that have like hundreds of thousands of subs and stuff, it's gonna be incredibly difficult for anybody with remarkably less. They're not gonna give somebody an opportunity that unless they consider you to be like a diamond in the rough or some sort of like needle in a haystack sort of situation, like some really underappreciated, which I'm not sure if that's the case for me. I think my appreciation is right where it needs to be because I'm still learning about how to create my content and how to like just make my own style with stuff. So I know I'm early on in this thing, so I'm not like fuck, but it was a good learning experience nonetheless. But the other part of it is like, Jesus Christ, there's people out there that I don't know exist, but they have like just massive communities, just giant communities. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to hone in on content. And like, I think a really good content opportunity would be like, I want to get lost in a story game. I want to get lost in a game that like I can play like an open world type game, and I want to play it for fucking hours. That's what I want to do. I just want to sit down and I just want to fucking play a game just by myself and just play it. Like I harken back to this a lot. I think I talk about this on stream pretty regularly, but like I want when Skyrim came out, even though there's a lot of controversy surrounding Skyrim where people are like, it's like the worst Bethesda Elder Scrolls game out of the bunch for some reason. It's like a dialogue issue and then like a storyline issue. Just like I don't know what the deal is there. I wasn't heavily involved in Bethesda before Skyrim, so I don't really know what the situation is. But when I played Skyrim as a kid, like a 15, 16-year-old kid, I was like just that was all that I thought about. Like I could I was like at school and at basketball practice and like eating dinner with my family, and I was like droning through all of it because I just wanted to play Skyrim. Like that was all I wanted to do. I was like, I gotta get through this temple. I gotta go find these items. I gotta go complete these quests. I I have to do this. So I'm looking forward to a time. Well, it's not to a time. There has to be a game that comes out that catches my eye like that. And I've got my eyes on a couple. Okay? The PS5 reveal showed that there was like Final Fantasy 16 or 17, something like that, whatever one in the series. That looks cool. Devil May Cry, that looks cool. I don't know. I have minimal experience with those franchises, so you know that there might be some mix and match. I don't know. I might play those for sure. I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. The 2077. Ugh, 2077 is what I meant to say. Okay, that shit looks fire. And I just want a game that I can play for forever. And then just make videos on it. That's all. I just want to be like, all right, I'm done with work. I don't have to worry about shooter games right now. I'm gonna fucking play this game and sit down and just grind this game. That's what I want to do. I look forward to that day. I actually prepared some notes of things I wanted to talk about. Ah, yes. To go back to the PS5 reveal, like they showed us a lot of games with the reveal, and as you know, like if you're involved in the gaming community in any capacity, there's a lot of like every time there's new consoles coming out, there's console wars where on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, other social media platforms, whatever it is, every single console player gets out and starts having a pissing contest saying which one's better, when in fact it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just a fucking. It's like is the term fruitless? It's like a fruitless argument. Like there's nothing coming from arguing about which console is better. It's just like whatever you want to do. Just get whatever you want to get, and who gives a fucking shit. Everything is cross-platform now, anyways. So what is the fucking point? Like, what is the point? Every shooter game now has cross-platform. So if you've got a fucking console, it doesn't matter if your buddy gets an Xbox. It's not like the old days. And I can't help but scroll through the comments on some of these console wars fucking posts on Instagram, and I just scroll through and read like all these people like, well, like it's inferior because of the controller is this and like the processor. It's like, yo, first off, not to get too deep in the nerd talk anyways, but I would wager to believe that less than 30% of console gamers are gaming on a monitor to allow that console to be able to perform at its highest level. Like they're saying like 120 FPS or something like that, which would be comparable to some mid-grade PCs that are actually around the same price as a fucking console. But they're playing on giant TVs, so the frame rate goes down. It's really dumb. It's a dumb argument. And but then everyone starts like shooting the shit at like PC players. They're like, well, like you can't play PC with your friends. It's like, okay, who the fuck plays video games now in person with your buddy? Who the fuck does that anymore? And I'm not, that's not like a COVID joke. That's like who the fuck does that? Like if one of you has a console and a controller, like, I could be a PC player. It's fine. Like, everyone's like, yeah, I want to play 2K sitting right next to my buddy and go split screen on a TV. There's nothing worse than playing split screen video games. There's absolutely nothing worse than sharing a screen with somebody else that you're playing against. It's so dumb. It's dumb. Just get a computer, get Discord, and play video games like a fucking adult. Quit fucking arguing about what's better. One is clearly better, and it's a fucking PC. And if you have been saving your money and not buying fucking CDs with the fucking games, just get a PC. It's like the people that play on console, they don't think that it's a difference. And there is an enormous difference in the quality of the games, and it's just so much better. It is way better. And they don't think that it is because they've never seen that side of they've never seen that side of the coin. But anyways, completely different, off topic. Not really off topic, but I've noticed that like I've had like dry mouth for the last like 5 days, something like that. And I'm realizing that every time I'm wearing a mask, that I'm like leaving my mouth open, like I'm letting my jaw drop when my when I've got my mask covering my face. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Like, before COVID, you had to like shut your mouth. And now you don't know who's a mouth breather, which is out and about. You don't know. You can't make that judgment anymore. I mean, I guess the new form of mouth breather is somebody that doesn't cover their nose with their mask, but it's like what? I realized this and it's like, oh my god, like that's fucking nasty. Like I should be definitely closing my mouth. Like so I don't get this mask breath and get all this dry mouth. It's like, oh, like I thought I was getting sick. That's how dry my fucking throat was. Ugh. So, yeah. But I ultimately want to dive into a game. And God of War was also like released on the PS5 reveal, and I love how they're like, this is a PS5 exclusive. Then on the bottom, it goes also available on PC. Like, it's just like, okay, all the PC gamers are like, all right, well, I guess I'll just see what games are coming out, and then they're like, also available. By the way, this will also be on PC. Also, by the way, some of these games will eventually be on Xbox. Eventually, they're just not built out yet for Xbox. Like, oh my god. I am realizing that living by myself and not having a lot of guests, I am wicked lazy about doing chores. My chores, like my mind like immediately defaults to like there's nobody coming to the house or the apartment, so why the fuck does it have to be clean? But I mean, I definitely cleaned it this weekend, but it's been a long time coming. I didn't think like I thought chores were like hard as a kid because you just wanted to do nothing, But now it's like the same thing. It's the same feeling. I don't want to do anything. I really don't, and I don't know why. It's like I tell myself every time I clean this shit, it's like, all right, we gotta take care of this. All right, if we're diligent about the cleaning, everything else in life is gonna go smooth. Everything's great. It's gonna be awesome. So really, it's like I'm just bland. It's like I instead of just washing a glass, I like use all of the glasses and then I wash all of them all at once. It's a very inefficient system. It just leads to more work in the end. Ugh. I know I'm kind of bouncing around here, but the good part about this type of like podcast environment is that it's just me and I have a flight of ideas. Everything that comes across my stream of consciousness, you're gonna hear about. So, again, I'm still stuck on this PS5 reveal thing because they were like, the Call of Duty Cold War campaign mode. It's like, dude, we just want to know what the battle royale is gonna be. We just want to know what the battle royale is. That's it. I don't give a shit about the goddamn. I don't give a. I don't care about the campaign. I just want to know if you're going to completely ruin another battle royale. That's what I want to know. I just want to know if the new battle royale is going to be any better than the current one. That's all. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Because right now, there's more bugs coming back to Call of Duty. They did it. It's back. The visual bug is back in Call of Duty Warzone. And that's not good. And I will tell you that it's like, it's rough. It's just not, it ain't right. It ain't fucking right. I don't know. It's sorry. The craziest thing right now that I'm kind of going through is just like maintain because of COVID and because I don't have to like go outside and get ready for work. Like I feel like my structure to my day is like there's not a whole lot of structure. I operate really well with structure, and now that I'm the one that has to maintain that structure independently of anybody else, it's getting kind of hard. I bought a 20-pound weight because apparently the whole world is sold out of weights. So like I haven't been working out. I haven't been I've been eating okay. I could be eating better. But it's like I I don't fucking understand why why when I had the structure in the first place, why is it so much more difficult now? Like I want to wake up a little bit earlier than I normally do. But when I have the chance, I like wake up for a second. I'm like, you know what? I should get up. And then this other part of me just goes, hey, by the way, you can just go back to bed for a while. You have no place to be but the other side of your apartment. What the fuck is that? Where is that voice coming from? I think David Goggins calls it your inner bitch. But I mean, if we're looking at a point system, my inner bitch wins a fucking lot right now. Chalk it up. 7-time world champion right now. Especially in the last year. It's hard getting in shape with just a 20-pound weight, but it's hard getting in shape in general when like there's no gyms, there's no nothing, and like I'm fucking worried right now. I'm fucking worried because I know that I'm used to COVID now. But what I won't be used to is if we don't get back to any amount of normal, right? Everything's on fire in the US right now. We have this big gargantuan event that's going to happen this fall, the election. And now I don't want to, I don't want to get this thing to be too political, but it's just like, it's hard. Consider I'm overwhelmed. There's so many things to be paying attention to and looking at and all this stuff. There's too many things. It's like, oh, there's fires, there's an election, there's people having issues here, there's people having issues here, and so it's too many things. It's too many things to think about. And what I'm worried about is I'm not worried about us getting as like a nation or a group of people. I'm not worried about us getting through 2020. I think we'll do it just fine. Yeah, we're gonna still hit more bumps in the road. 100%. We're gonna hit more bumps in the road in the later half of this year. I don't foresee it just being a smooth sail through the rest of September and then to December. No chance. No chance it's smooth sailing. However, and I'm not even worried about the start of 2021 either. Like I think that it'll be weird still in 2021, and then hopefully summer of next year things start getting back to normal. But if this is like a permanent trend where this is our 100% new reality, where we have all of our interactions online, we I mean, we already do it now, but if it goes on forever, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. It's weird how a place went from just a like a strange place, like the US in particular. Like it's weird how in 8 months or 9 months, yeah, it's 8 months. In like 8 months, we went from just like a nation doing whatever the fuck, and things were just whatever, you know, things were normal. We were going to offices, we were hanging out with people, we were getting drinks after work, we were going over to people's houses, and having food. And then in 8 months, like we now live in a dystopian universe. All of these science fiction people are starting to make a whole lot of sense. I really hope Black Mirror doesn't come out with more shit this fall, because they just might be speaking a lot more truth about what the hell is happening in the world. Shit. Black Mirror, like, it's weird how real a lot of the shit from Black Mirror, it seems. They're speaking a lot of truth right now. Like, definitely seems truthful. A little bit, at least. You know? God dang. It's so strange. It's so strange how quickly we went from this to that, you know? And now all those crazy technology based Black Mirror episodes and like the Twilight Zone stuff, it's like oh my god, it's like all coming together in this weird fashion, you know, like UFOs exist and nobody gives a fuck about that. And then like we're just like, ah, yeah, push that to the side. Oh wait, alien technology. Oh wait, technology is going to be taken over. Really? Really? Is that what's happening? Fuck. We're fucked. This dystopian shit is freaking me the fuck out. And if I have to tell stories to my children when I'm you know, whenever I have kids, who the fuck knows when? So let's just say 40s, when I have a kid I can actually talk to. And they're asking me to buy a concert ticket to some virtual fucking headset thing, some headset concert where they're surrounded by people, but really they're just sitting on my couch, and they're like, I want to go see this artist, but they're really not going anywhere. They're just sitting on my couch, and I have to tell, like, oh yeah, sure, I'm sure it'll be fun. And then he or she'll ask, did you guys go to concerts outside? Did you go to see shows live? Have you seen a comedy special live before? Like, that shit, my brain can't even put that, like, piece that together. That is 100% within the realm of possibility right now. That 10 fucking years from now, I might have to tell a kid, yeah, we did go to concerts outside. Yeah, we did go to, like, national parks. Yeah, we did go on vacation. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii. It's really cool. We can't go there now because we can't go outside. Like, yeah, people used to go to Europe and go to Italy and interact with other cultures. This shit is frightening. It's bleak, but it is frightening because it's like like Who the fuck thought? You know, I mean, it was always considered, but the percentages of it, like, plausibly happening, were like, I would wager less than 1%. But now we're sitting at a very, very significantly higher percentage. Like chance of something like that happening, where like you talk with your friends to a TV, you know, you hang out and have drinks. Like I'm very blessed to have the friends that I have, and you know, because we can't like readily, like I can't readily fly. I don't know if Oregon is on the list for like, but I can't like I I would go fly and see my friends and stuff just to hang out, but in lieu of us being able to hang out like actually in person, we've started playing like Mario Kart and like FaceTiming at the same time as playing Mario Kart, or like watching shows together but like over FaceTime. And that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm kind of glad that that's happening because, you know, I realize that in a certain sense of the word, if COVID had never happened, I wouldn't have really engaged with my friends using technology in this fashion. I really think um, that I would have, uh, you know, done that as frequently at least. I would FaceTime people occasionally. That's for damn sure, but not to the extent. Like I actually like a lot. You know, 6 hours every weekend to chat with friends over FaceTime. And it's a miracle that we're able to do that, because if we didn't have that level of technology, holy fucking shit, would I be losing my mind? If I couldn't readily chat with somebody that I knew, oh my god, I'd be fucking crazy. I'd be going actually insane, because it's that little communication that kind of keeps it going and keeps the ball rolling, to say the least. But like it's just wild to me that it's like, oh, like I could go visit my buddies, and if I lived near them, I'm sure I'd be hanging out with them more in person. But dude, like without that communication is great, but also I want to go back. It's like I want to go back, not really back, but it's like I want us to get back as a group of people to where we can go outside and not hate each other. I mean, there's always going to be hate, there's always going to be love, but it's like the moment that things get back to normal, I think we'll all just take a breath for a second and take a moment to like realize like what is valuable, you know? So, hopefully we get to that point. All right, I think I'm going to end it there. I know it's a little short. Um yeah, I didn't have a super eventful kind of week, you know. I know this was a gaming heavy podcast today, but I appreciate you listening. Go ahead and um, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am still working on RSS feeds to get this thing up on like Spotify or something, in addition to YouTube. So, um, yeah, I'm working on all that right now, and it's great. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to see what we could do here. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you made it this far, you're the best. I appreciate that. Um, expect another episode out next week. I'm thinking, yeah, yeah, another episode out next week. This is recorded Sunday, coming out, you know, Monday, and then, yeah, you know, we'll catch you guys later and talk soon. Peace.